You are never going to miss a holiday workout if you do the one thing that we're going to talk about tonight. And I'm gonna save it for just a little bit. My name is CJ Johnson. My passion is helping people who are over 40 look and feel their best. We do that through exercise and weight management, all of the things that are really important to healthy aging. And that's what we're talking about tonight. It's the holidays. Like, you couldn't tell, right? You like the hat? Hat good? Red sweater. After this, it's hubby's birthday today, so we are going out for dinner. So that's also why I'm dressed up. But what's the sense of having like this great little Santa hat, right? You notice the little faux fur. What's had the sense of having this great little Santa hat if you don't wear it, because you only get to wear it a few times during the course of the year? The holidays can be a tough time, right? We are just absolutely swamped. Time crunch, running here, running there, doing all these other things, meeting family and friends, and just the commitments seem never ending, right? Do they ever seem never ending to you? If they do, give a little thumbs up down below in the comment section. Tonight I want to talk about this strategy that has helped me and many of my clients to maintain workouts during the holiday, because the average American puts on, you hear the 8 to 10 pound thing, and there's just not a lot of science to validate the 8 to 10 pounds, but what science does validate is about 1.3 pounds. It doesn't sound like a whole lot, but if you put on 1.3 pounds during the holiday and then you don't take it off, in 10 years, you're going to be 10 pounds heavier, and that changes our metabolism. That changes everything for us. One of the things that we can do for ourselves is to make sure that we get a workout in our day. And that's what I'm going to show you, is how to maximize your day so that you'll always fit that workout in and that you will never miss another holiday workout. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead, put a little thumbs up down below. Also, the question of the day, if you haven't already answered it, put it down below. How are your holiday workouts? Are you consistent? Are you intermittent? Or it's just absolutely non-existent? All right, we're going to go ahead and we are going to get started. So I've been promising you this. You will never miss a holiday workout if you learn how to maximize your day. Learn what's in your day, learn how to maximize your day. So the very first thing to maximizing our day is planning. And I know that you hear me all the time talk about pre-planning. In fact, I think it's just, for me, I've had this 100-pound weight loss that I've maintained for like 13 or 14 years now. I can tell you that there's a couple of key things about my behavior that have changed. And one of those is the ability to plan. Frankly, if you look at this picture really close, most of us spend more time working a shopping list and writing a shopping list than we actually do planning out our day. So take a look at your day and figure out, when are you going to be able to fit a workout in? Now, the answer might be, I can't today. There's just absolutely no way I can. And I'm going to give you some strategies for that later. But you may say, okay, I've only got 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I'm going to give you some strategies for that too. You might be able to get a whole workout in that day. But really look at each day of the week. I like to do this on Sunday nights. Look at every day on Sunday night and pre-plan not only when am I going to work out, where am I going to go, and what am I going to do. If I put it down and if I write it down on paper, I know that I have a better chance of sticking to that commitment. So pre-plan it and write it down. The next one is, in maximizing your day, take a look at our work time, right? For most of us, work is where we spend the majority of our time. I'm going to start with a really simple one. Walk at lunch. Walk on your break. Grab a friend, grab a colleague, walk. Just do something. Go ahead and get out there and get active. That's a really simple thing that you can do. Looking again at our workday. How about walking for a meeting? To me, meetings are one of those things, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I got to tell you, I don't miss corporate America anymore, and one of the reasons was meetings. But if you have a one-on-one meeting with somebody, how about making it active? One of the things I used to do when I was in corporate America with all my direct reports, I had a one-on-one meeting each and every week. We used to go and we used to do things. They were always active meetings. We got more done. We had more fun. We enjoyed the time that we spent together, even though we were inside of a meeting. So perhaps you can do a walking meeting. Here's another idea for your workday. How about a treadmill desk? Have you ever seen one of these? Now, you may or may not have room for one of these. In fact, one of my friends who is a personal trainer, he made one of these for his wife. He just bought an old treadmill. He got it at a thrift shop. You can even find one probably on Craigslist or maybe even Facebook Marketplace. Get an old treadmill, and all this one simply has, if you look really close at this picture, it just is the treadmill base and then put a platform for a desk on it and put the computer right on top of it. Lisa, is Norm's wife. Lisa sets the treadmill to a very, very low setting. She's continually walking as she is working. The cool part about this is, you probably have seen it, sitting at a desk is the new smoking. It's killing us. Change your desk. A treadmill desk can be the perfect way to do that. Another way to maximize yourself in the workday is if you're a commuter. So if you're taking public transportation, probably more the bus than the train, because the train stations tend to be a little further apart. How about if you got off the bus or on the bus a stop earlier or a stop later? That way you're going to put in some extra steps, you're going to do more walking, and it only takes you a little bit longer, but you get in several extra steps. Another thing for your workday, how about organizing an event during the holiday? Runner's World, if you've ever heard of Runner's World has a mile a day challenge. For serious runners, a mile isn't much, but even serious runners have the same issues and problems that we have during the holiday season. It's hard to make time to do that. So they have a mile a day commitment between Thanksgiving and New Year's. That helps people get out. That's only 20 minutes. You can do that inside of your office. There's got to be other people in your office who are hoping or really need to get moving, and they're looking for any kind of excuse. So maybe you can organize something in the office where on a break you go for 10 minutes, or on your lunch hour you're doing a half hour's worth of exercise. How about a Santa run? Those are really fun. I've been down in Vegas a couple times. I think it might be coming up this weekend, but the Santa run in Vegas is just crazy because, as you can see in this picture, everybody dresses up or runs like Santa. And it's just a really great time. So that's another thing that you can organize for the office, especially if you're looking for some people to help you to stick to your routine, because that's a big thing, is having other people do it for you. Another thing, and I love this picture. This picture has been around for a long time. Here are people going into the 24-hour fitness center, but they are using the escalators instead of the stairs. In your workday, look for opportunities to stay active. Do you have stairs? If you have a multi-floor office, can you use the stairs to go up and down? Whenever you're presented with an escalator or stairs, can you use the stairs versus the escalator? I mean, this works if you're going out shopping after work, or if you're shopping on the lunch hour. Anything you can do to get in a little bit of an extra movement. Now, speaking of which, if you're going out after work, another thing that you can do after work is if you're shopping, and again, make sure that you're nice and safe. If you're shopping, you're in any kind of parking lot, you're parking for work, you're parking in your work garage, park further away. Those extra steps really start to add up. So just look at your day, look at your work day, and say, where can I fit in those extra steps? Does that sound like a strategy that you can stick to? If it does, give me a thumbs up here. I am going to take a look, see if the chat is flowing. If you have any questions for me, just put a little question mark in front of it, and that'll let me know that it is a question, and I would be happy to answer those. But there's some quick strategies for you to add some extra steps into your day. Let's move on, and let's talk now about, about going out and having fun with family and friends. Now, Sometimes there's a work party. Here's that kind of that cheesy Christmas party, maybe doing a little dancing. Maybe you don't really even like to go to those types of parties. But how about if when you're out with family and friends, how about if you do a little bit of dancing? It's fun. It burns some calories. You never know. You could just be the talk of the party. So maybe get up and move just a little bit. Another thing when you're out with family and friends is plan something active. This is the Starbucks cup, and I have to tell you, I love Starbucks, but oh my goodness, the drinks can be so loaded with calories. Do you know that a grande, non-fat, no whip, eggnog latte is 450 calories and 57 grams of carbohydrates? My goodness, that's a lot of calories. There are so many more good things that I can eat versus an eggnog latte. Do yourself a favor. Don't even tempt yourself. Instead of meeting a friend at Starbucks, what if you did something active? What if you and that friend went for a walk? What if you went for a hike and you live that in that type of an area? How about going for a bike ride if you're in a warm climate? Anything that you can do to keep it nice and to keep it active. If you're already a walker, maybe you walk with a friend or a husband. In this one, look at this picture, right? Living in a warm climate, living on a beach, add a little bit of running to it. If you're walking, simply do, and it's called Tabata style. So that's something where you would run for 20 seconds. Look at your watch, run for 20 seconds, and then go back down to a walk until your breathing and your heart rate return to normal. Ideally, when we do Tabata training, we want to do 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. But if you're just starting to do this, run for 20 seconds, walk for however long it takes to get your breathing back to normal, and then do it again. That little bit, you don't even have to go further. That little bit is going to increase your metabolism and your calorie burning. So add just a little tiny bit of running into it. And I know that I hear you, running is not necessarily, it can be tough on the knees and tough on the ankles. That's true, but you're only doing it in short bursts. So give it a little try. See how your body deals with that. Here are some more things that you can do if you live out in a warm climate. These are some of my favorite ideas. So the one on the upper side that's outdoor twister. You can take and get a lawn-friendly spray paint, paint it down, and play an outdoor twister. You could make a big Jenga. Jenga is so much fun, isn't it? I just laugh when that falls over. Those are actually 2x4s. Down on or over on the right hand side, those are water bottles filled with glow sticks. Then all you do is lawn bowling. How much fun is that? Especially it gets dark early no matter where we're living. That's something that you can easily do. Below that, somebody's playing pickleball. You have heard me talk about pickleball. Pickleball was invented as a game that people of all ages could play. It was a family. They had kids to adults. They were together. They wanted to play something together, and that's how pickleball came to be. Go to usapa.org and there will be a list of places to play and people who will teach you how to play pickleball. I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes for later so you can take a look at it. It's one of my new favorite sports. The next one in the middle, well, that might be a little bit of an adult sport, but I just thought it was so interesting. That is beer pong. And yes, they're playing it with garbage cans. I don't drink beer, but I'm sure we could find some way or something that we could do to play a game around that, because the volleyball and the garbage cans sure looks like a lot of fun to me. I'm going to put a link. I found a website that had 25 of the most family fun outdoor games. Those are primarily for warm weather. So if you're in a warm weather climate, you can take advantage of those. I'm going to put a link in the show notes down below. Now, if you don't live in a warm climate, how about what do you do when you're in a wintry climate? Well, there's lots of things to do. An after dinner snowball fight. How about building a snowman or going for ice skating? One of my favorites, and my family does this all the time. There's a little hill just behind the family home. During the holidays, we were always going up there. It's called Tremble Hill. We were always going up to Tremble Hill to go sledding. burns a few extra calories. You're spending time with your family. It's a super fun thing to do. So those are some of the ways that you can take and that you can take time with family and friends and maximize the time that you're spending with them. If that sounds like something you can do, give me like a little thumbs up down below. Is that a way to get a workout in? Just going over here to check the comments. Yep. All right. Just give me a little thumbs up and tell me, hey, that's something I can do, CJ. I'm already finding a way to work in the workouts. A couple of more things that you can do is quickies. We don't always think, or at least I don't. I sometimes think, oh my gosh, I got to go to the gym, slog it out. I'm going to be there for an hour or whatever the case may be. That's not necessarily what we need to do. So there's a lot of quickie workouts that you can do especially during this time of year. So a couple of the things are this, is maximize your day. Have you gone out and it's the holidays, right? So some of us are probably thinking about purchasing a wearable. Now, next week, I'm going to do a guide not only on how to get the best wearable for you, but really how to maximize it and use it, because this is a really popular gift, but most people quit using it after 3 months. Does that surprise you? Most people quit using it after 3 months, and they don't use it in a way that actually helps them to increase their activity. So those are the things that we're going to go over next week, next Tuesday night, same time, same place, and same station. But if you already have your wearable, use it. Look at it. Get more than 10,000 steps. It's like people set it for 10,000 steps, and then that's it. I never want to go beyond that. Change your settings this time of year. See how many extra steps that you can get in. If you're looking for a Christmas gift, sometimes I need a little tiny something for myself. Why not schedule some time with a personal trainer? That person could write down and give you a routine that you can take with you well into the New Year's. Chances are this time of year you could get a good deal on an hour with a personal trainer, because this is not their busy time of year. That's coming up in just a month, so you might get a good deal on it. Take a look at your Groupon or your Living Social. I'm going to bet that there's a personal trainer there that could help you. They'll write out a routine that you can take into the beginning of the year. You can even say, you know what, I just need help getting through the holidays. How about if you write me out 3, 10, or 20-minute routines? That certainly would be money well spent if it gets you up and it gets you active. Other ways to maximize your day. I'm going to give you some alternative workouts here that you can think about. So one of my favorites is every hour on the hour. Especially if you have a Fitbit. They should have an alarm on it where if you've been sitting for X amount of time, it buzzes. The original Jawbones were wonderful for that. What I get up and do is I walk up and down the stairs. If you're at work, go walk up and down the stairs 3 or 4 times. Just get up and do something every hour on the hour. Another one is 10 minutes 3 times a day. What if you just did a 10-minute workout, a really simple workout, and committed to doing it 3 times a day, morning, lunchtime, and then once again in the evening? Now, one of my favorites is Fitness Blender, and it's fitnessblender.com. I'm going to put a link in the show notes down below, and I'm even going to share one of my favorite 10-minute videos. It is a 10-minute video, and you do squats in this 10-minute video. So you're working on your butt and your legs. It doesn't matter if you are an active athlete, you need a strong behind and legs. Just for daily living, you need that. It's a great workout. It only takes you 10 minutes. In fact, they have a lot of 10-minute workouts on that site, but I'll make sure that I post this one in the show notes down below. Another one is Darby.com. I'm also going to put a link to Darby down below. On that site, there are 100 office workouts. 100 office workouts. They're these great infographics that you can print, that you can set up in the office. Remember, we talked about being the office organizer. What if you just took 10 minutes with your colleagues and you worked out 3 times a day? Then you knock out your workout and you don't have to worry about doing it after work. The other things that we talked about were HIIT workouts and Tabatas. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. Essentially what that means is how hard we go for what period of time. Tabata workouts are general, and they're a little bit different, HIIT and Tabata, but essentially we're going as hard as we can and then we are resting. So I've put a link in the show notes and it'll explain the differences between the HIIT and the Tabata. So what you want to do with that is just take a real quick look at that. If you get yourself that gift certificate to the personal trainer, that personal trainer would be able to explain that to you. Not only are they shorter workouts, because of their intensity, they are greater calorie burning workouts. So HIIT and Tabata are something that you should be adding to your workouts anyway. The last one I have is multitask. Can you brush? Everybody brushes their teeth, right? Or at least I think almost everybody brushes their teeth. Hopefully almost everybody brushes their teeth. Brush your teeth and work out. I do that. I do squats while I'm brushing my teeth. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes because that's what's really good for your teeth, right? Good, healthy teeth. And then I do squats while I'm doing it. What if you're standing and you're washing dishes and you just simply did calf raises? How about if you stood on one foot, worked on your balance? Those are things that if you're just cognizant of it, whenever you're doing tasks around the house, those are things that you could be doing. I work at a standing desk. I don't have a treadmill desk, but I work at a standing desk. As I'm doing that, I do calf raises. I turn my feet forward, I turn my feet in, and I turn my feet out. I'm working all the areas of my calves. So multitask during the day. That way you're going to get a workout in. So adjust your mind, and there's nothing wrong with a quick workout. Those are habits that are going to help you to achieve fitness during the holidays. So hopefully these 3 things, maximizing your day by doing a little pre-planning, what are you doing at work, what are you doing with the family, and doing some quickies are going to help you to get that holiday workout in. So think one thing. All you want to do is maximize your day, and you're never going to miss that holiday workout again. Now, if you'd like a few more tips, I have oh my gosh, this is the holiday survival guide. This is the survival guide to end all survival guides. It is Hijack Holiday Weight Gain, how to keep it off. It's full of tips and tricks, eating habits, workout habits. It even has a sample HIIT workout in the back of it. So if you don't know what one is, if you've never done one, jump on over to agewellwithcj.com/hijack, HHWG, Hijack Holiday Weight Gain. And it's there for you. It's a 40-page ebook. And I have to say, this was one of the great ones that we put together. So go on over there and get a free copy for yourself. Now, next week is going to be another part in our holiday series. As I told you before, we're going to be talking about wearables. So make sure that you join us next week. So not only will you be able to pick out the right wearable for you, but that you'll be able to get a wearable that is really going to help you, because as I said, most of the time they don't help people. Up until that point in time, I hope that you have a great week. Put a few of these things into place, and we'll see you back here next week at the same time, same place, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.